again, my kindergarten friends. I hope everybody's doing good. Today we are going to do another science lesson. Yesterday we started our seasons book and we did a page about winter. Okay, and I'm going to show you what I did yesterday. So I do have my cover here, okay, and it just says Seasons by Miss Massione. And I did my first page, which was about winter. And I wrote, in the winter, I like to go sledding, and then I did a picture to go along with that. That is always one of our favorite activities to do in the winter time. So today we're going to talk about our next season, and that is spring. Now we have learned a lot about spring already, and so we are just going to be reviewing things that we can see and do or wear in the spring, and then we are going to write a page for our seasons book to go along with that. So I know in the springtime, and it's almost springtime, and it looks like springtime outside. So I want to think about when I go outside, what are some things that I see now that I have not seen in the wintertime? And one of the things I see a lot of out here is birds, okay? So that's something that I can see a lot of in the springtime is birds. I have a lot of bird feeders at my house, and they are really busy right now with birds. Another thing that we see a lot of in the springtime is different kinds of bugs and insects. I have seen ladybugs. The bees are starting to come out. And I know we've learned a lot about bees and listening and learning when we were talking about plants. And we know that bees are pollinators, and they get the pollen from the flowers. So flowers is something else that we really start seeing in the springtime. We have all those pretty yellow flowers that came up from the bulbs. You know, we planted those bulbs before the winter, and we went out and saw them in our garden, and we have all of the them coming up. So which is really good. So here are some things that we can see in the springtime. We see birds and ladybugs, bees and flowers. Another thing that you might want to write about is the weather in springtime. We know it's getting warmer, but we also see lots of rain in the springtime. Okay, so we're going to be writing again a sentence about things that you can do in the spring or see in the spring. So I'm going to do an example sentence for us, and I'm going to write, in the spring, I see ladybugs, because I think ladybugs are really cool. And they're insects that can't hurt you. So I'm going to write that. And you know we're going to start our sentence with a capital letter. And we know how to write in because that is one of our sight words. In, I-N. Then I'm going to use my finger spacing to write our next word, which is the word the. Can you see? Yep. In the. And the, we know, is T-H-E. In the. And now we're going to write spring. And we'll help you write spring. Sp. And we know it makes the ing sound because we've been working on that I-N-G. In the spring, I, leave a space, see, that's one of my sight words. If I don't know how to write it, I can definitely look at the list of sight words that was sent home, okay, since I don't have my word wall here. But I know that see is S-E-E. I see ladybugs. Now, ladybugs is something I'm going to have to sound out, something like L, 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 A, lady, D. Lady, E. Now, it sounds like an E, but we know that if it comes at the end of the word, it's going to be a Y. So I see lady bugs. B, G, Z. In the spring, I see ladybugs. So I'm going to check my sentence. Do I have a capital letter? Yes, I do. Do I have spaces? Yep. Did I use my sight words? Yes. Do I have a period at the end? Oh no, I forgot my period. I need to make sure I add that in. Period. Okay, so I want you to write an awesome sentence and then do an illustration to go along with it. Okay, I can't wait to see it.